ciao, amici miei. I'm going to talk to you about a really good TV series from Netflix. It's called Ripley. So, in the 1950s, New York City, Tom Ripley is a petty con artist. He's got nothing going on in life. I mean, he's a loner. He's got no morals, basically. He doesn't care that he's taking advantage of old people, mostly at least. He lives in this really dumpy apartment. Things are not going well. He is approached by a detective in a bar. And little does he know, wealthy shipbuilder Herbert Greenleaf sent this PI to find Tom Ripley. Not for something he's done illegally, but Herbert had mistakenly thought Tom was a friend of his son's from college. And so that's why the detective talks to Tom to relay a message from Herbert. Herbert pays Tom to go to Italy to convince his son Dickie to return home after just wasting time, supposedly writing or painting. Dickie really has no direction either, to be honest. So Tom and Dickie are in the same boat, except Tom is really poor and Dickie is very rich. Since Tom is being stalked by an IRS agent, he decides to accept Herbert's offer to go to Italy. And while he's there, he befriends Dickie and his girlfriend, Marge. They are just relaxing on the beach, doing nothing. Eventually, Tom is invited to Dickie's expensive villa, and he even stays there for a while because he claims that he's just passing through, but he's not. He's there to stay. This is where Tom becomes obsessed with Dickie because Dickie is leading the life that he feels that he is entitled to live, because Tom has many talents. Tom can paint, you'll find out later. Tom can play music as well. Tom is talented. Dickie is not. Dickie was just given all of this money and everything just for being born. And Tom, who is the smarter one, who has talent and ability, he feels like he's just being left behind. So he's taken his chance to get what he wants in life. So while at the villa, Tom learns Italian, and he even emulates Dickie. At one point, he is caught wearing Dickie's clothes. This bothers Dickie, but he still allows him to stay. Marge really doesn't trust Tom, and she doesn't like him, and then eventually she does kind of like him later on. One day, Tom and Dickie are on a little bit of a sailing trip. I don't know if you call it that, but it's just a little outing on a rowboat. And Dickie starts to insult Tom. So Tom hits him with an oar, brutally beats him and kills Dickie. And so he then ties an anchor to Dickie's legs and tosses him into the ocean. I think it's the ocean. And the story proceeds from there, and all kinds of complicated twists and turns. Eventually Tom takes over Dickie's identity and so forth. Now, this is what's referred to as neo-noir. It's very dark. And the bad guy is essentially our main character, our protagonist. He's like the anti-hero. But I think every scene is a work of art. Oh, and I didn't point out, it's in black and white. The whole thing is. And there's only 8 parts to it. It's not like a long series or anything like that. And 50% of it's in English and 50% is in Italian. So you'll need your subtitles. And this is one of the films or TV series where the bad guy gets away with it. And here's a really interesting scene I'm going to show you here. I think this is very artsy. Look at that. Look. Isn't that something you might see in the 1940s or early 50s movies? Something like that. I mean, look at it. Isn't it bizarre? The way he's looking up. That's just one of the brilliant scenes in this show. I just think everywhere in this show, there's brilliance. In every scene, everywhere he goes, everywhere anybody goes. I mean, look at this. These are just brilliant shots. See? I just love this. I really do. I just love this show. This is Dickie, the guy in the glasses, the taller guy, and obviously Tom. And so he has invited Tom back up, and so Tom's gonna hang out with them for a while. Look at these stairs. I mean, look at this. This is just, I consider this artsy, very artistic. I'm just captivated by this. Just can't get over how amazing this is. Especially something that's been done in 2024. Just when I thought that there were never going to be any good shows anymore or movies, and then this comes along. This masterpiece. I haven't been this taken with a TV show since the show Obsession. It was another Netflix show. I don't have Netflix, but I still watch these things. It's just brilliant. Anyway, that's the video. So watch it. You'll enjoy it, I think, if you're into that kind of thing.